Hey everybody, it's Harrison. We have potential, as you probably know, for a major severe weather outbreak tomorrow. Some are using the terminology tornado outbreak, and it very much well could be. This is one of those days that you got to take seriously, and it starts late tonight. So let's just get through it. I'm just going to do a recap of kind of what we expect, severity, timing, and all that stuff. And this could change. I mean, we still got, about 24 hours until the big show. But there's going to be minor changes here, but right now it's just, quite frankly, not looking too good. We're going to get into a little slideshow I put together just with a bunch of graphics so we can work through it day by day, or I guess hour by hour, whatever. So this is the day one outlook. This is for today and tonight. This runs through 7 a.m. Saturday morning. As you can see, a big moderate risk. That's 4 out of 5 on the scale that the SPC puts out. It's got southern Iowa, much of Missouri, a lot of Illinois, portions of western Kentucky and Tennessee, and then a lot of Mississippi. They pulled that risk down into Mississippi earlier today, and that again runs through 7 a.m. As you can see, there's an enhanced risk that goes into West Alabama, and then slight and a marginal risk. That doesn't really matter. The eastern side of this doesn't really matter because the next day is going to be our big one, but let's take some time to look at the tornado probabilities for the rest of the day today and tonight. You can see there's a 15% hatched area, and surrounding that, there's 10% also hatched. That means that in that area, you could have some significant tornadoes. That's EF2 to EF5. You could have some significant tornadoes from southern Iowa all the way down into southern Mississippi. And that's going to be, again, for kind of the round one of this whole event. So let's go into simulated radar. This is off of the HRRR. It's one of the high resolution models that we use to kind of see really how it could look during the day on radar. And this is 8 p.m. tonight on Friday. As you can see, there is a lot of convection spawning up into Iowa and portions of Missouri up there towards St. Louis. But south of that, you're seeing a lot more discrete supercells spanning from southern Missouri down into Arkansas and over into Mississippi. And that's the worry. If you can get supercells popping up around the Mississippi River, tracking over, that can go into North Mississippi, maybe even North Alabama later tonight. So let's go into 4 a.m. Saturday. We're zooming back into the south because this stuff really starts to crank up. The HRRR in its last couple rounds, and this is bad news, has a lot of what we would call the morning convection up to our north. But this is different morning convection in the fact that it's not just going to be rain. These could be storms that are in an environment where tornadoes could still form. But I think the most significant threat in that first round is going to be damaging winds and large hail, with an isolated tornado threat, especially in eastern Mississippi and western Alabama. Now, that being said, we're going back to 8 p.m. Friday here. Any of those supercells forming over central Mississippi has the potential to create a strong tornado. Again, that's F2 or higher. So let's go back. Again, that's 4 a.m. Saturday, but here is tomorrow. So this is after 7 a.m. tomorrow. For the third time in history, the SPC has issued a day 2 high risk. That means that, not the day of, but the day before, they went ahead and issued a 5 out of 5 high risk. It's very rare to get these things by itself. But 2 days out, or I guess the day before, that is very rare. You've got to take it seriously. Right now, and this will probably change, it'll probably expand a little bit. This includes Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Talladega, almost up there to Gadsden, the southern portions of Coleman County, into Walker County, and then over to Columbus, Mississippi, Starkville, Meridian, and then over to Jackson. So a pretty large area of south central Mississippi and a lot of central Alabama is under the gun for the high risk. But surrounding that, the same exact risks are there. You can have violent long track tornadoes anywhere in the orange, red, or purple. Don't get too caught up in what color you're in because you got the same risks all around the board. So let's get in the nitty gritty of it. This is noon Saturday. So this is off of the 18Z run. So this was about an hour and a half ago. And this was different than what we were seeing on 4 a.m. Saturday from the newest run. This is accounting for more morning convection, but even then, you can see noon Saturday, there's a dry slot over most of Alabama, and a lot of individual cells are firing in North Mississippi. That's just, quite frankly, not what you want to see in a situation like this. You have a line of supercells over northwestern Mississippi spanning over into Nashville. And under that, south of that, you have discrete supercells. And you got, as you can see, you got one forming southwest of Tuscaloosa. And of course, that'll probably track over into Tuscaloosa on this run specifically. And keep in mind that the radar is not going to look like this. This is just a rough idea of what the radar could look like. Just because you see a supercell over your town right here doesn't mean that you're going to see a supercell over your town tomorrow. But they will be discrete in nature. You just got to have to watch them, see where they form. Moving on, this is 4 p.m. Saturday, and that is just, that's rough. That's just rough. You have multiple supercells. You can see one, the HRRR has a hook echo and a debris ball over, that's like Hackleburg, Phil Campbell moving up into, what will be Morgan County and Limestone County. And then behind that, you have more. You have one in central Mississippi, you got some in northwest Alabama, and that spans all the way down to the Gulf Coast. It could really be a widespread event. And of course, you got the dry line that's still on the Mississippi River. Let's go to 10 p.m. Saturday, and a lot of the activity has moved into eastern portions of Alabama and now getting into western Georgia. You still have supercells ongoing around I-65, and that will move, into eastern Alabama. And then 2 a.m. Saturday, it'll go through Auburn, Opelika, a lot of sections of eastern Alabama. It'll be moving into places like Atlanta and be moving out of the state in the southeastern corner of the state towards Dothan around this time on Saturday. So, as you can see, let's just rewind, go through that again. Noon Saturday, things start to erupt. This is the big show, the march of the supercells, if you will. 4 p.m. Saturday, it's printing multiple supercells over Alabama and Mississippi. And then you have 10 p.m. Saturday, it starts to move on out. And finally, it's out of here pretty much by 2 a.m. Sunday. But this is a pretty big, window. Starting late Friday night, early Sunday or early Saturday morning, all the way into early Sunday morning. So there is a huge time frame here. And, I hate to do that. I hate to be like, it could be anywhere from, tonight until 2 days from now. But this is one of those situations where you just have to. You have to. At any time, you could get a tornado tomorrow. So you got to keep an eye on that. This is essentially possible tornado tracks. This is the updraft helicity index. And keep in mind, where these lines are does not guarantee that there's going to be a tornado in that location tomorrow. Again, this is just an idea of where most tornado activity could be. And you can see it's over central and north Alabama into southern middle Tennessee. And you just don't want to see that. You just do not want to see that. That is a telltale sign for multiple violent long track tornadoes. And again, not everywhere is going to see a storm in the afternoon tomorrow. And you hope that it's a lot of people that don't see a good storm tomorrow. But it's looking like during the afternoon there will be discrete supercells out ahead of a main line, and those could be, the storms that could produce those long track violent tornadoes. And a big question that you get with these is, will this be like April 27, 2011? The quick answer is no, but I hate to say it. This is the analog data from, this is getting a lot of model output for Saturday and getting together all the ingredients that we have and the atmospheric situation that we're in. And as you can see here, as of the afternoon on Friday, April 27th is the top analog. And that's not saying this is going to be another April 27th. That was a generational event. Everything went right on that day for tornadoes. Everything. I can't sit here and tell you that that's going to happen again. Because that, again, generational event. But I will say, tomorrow is a setup where you have to respect it like it is an April 27th. The ceiling here is a massive tornado outbreak. And that's just how it is. I don't like to say that much. You don't want to scare people because that was a really scary day. I lived through it too. That's why I'm in weather now. You see that on analogs, you have to respect it. You have to, because that is I mean, that was an historic day. But other analogs are showing 1998, April 16th. That was a big tornado outbreak in North Alabama and Central Tennessee. Let's see, you got 2022, March 31st. That was more of a squall line event, but there was still some tornadoes in there. So there are room for error. I mean, there is room for error, and things could still go wrong. But the players are on the field. You can you can tell that this could really be a major event, and you've just got to be ready for it. You've just got to be ready for it. So, in summary, you know, we have potential for a major tornado outbreak um, starting tonight and going into tomorrow. And I don't like to say that, not a fan of saying that, but I also want to make sure that, everybody that keeps up with, my Instagram reels or whatever knows that this is coming and this is a serious event. And you've got to take it seriously tomorrow. Get in a place, if you're traveling, I advise not. I just straight up don't travel tomorrow. Get to where you're going to be all day. Have access to a substantial structure where you can go to an interior room of your house or whatever business or location that you find yourself in. Make sure you're away from windows. Try to wear some heart-soled shoes tomorrow. If you got one, wear a bicycle helmet. Things like that. If you have a basement or a substantial storm shelter, then those are this is the day where you would use those. You've got to take extra precautions with these kind of events. But I'll probably stream tonight when the event really starts to get rolling, and then I'll probably stream in the afternoon tomorrow so I can get more just this is going to be a fast moving, fast paced, probably multiple warnings all at once. I'm not going to be able to just post the warnings. I'll probably have to be on here live going one by one, but it will be on this channel, on the Toasted Weather channel that it'll be on. So stay tuned, stay safe tomorrow. It could really be pretty gnarly, but just again, stay tuned to everything. Don't be worried about this. Don't be scared about it. Just be prepared. Be ready in case you have to take shelter, take action. So be safe tonight. Be safe tomorrow. Have a good day, and enjoy the nice weather while we have it. I mean, yeah, it feels stormy outside, but stormy feels good. I mean, we got. It's a sunny day, partly cloudy skies. Go out there and enjoy the rest of the day. But y'all have a good one. God bless, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.